Chosen one, do you ever wonder why your life has been so different? Why you can't do what others do? Why you can't settle where others settle? It's because your spirit is marked by heaven. There's a seal over you that says, divine property, protected by God. That's why you've felt the weight of isolation. That's why some things didn't work out for you, not because you failed, but because heaven said, no. Yes, it hurt. Yes, it broke you. Yes, you cried on nights when no one knew what you were going through. But every tear was seen by God. Every sigh was heard in heaven. You thought you were forgotten, but you were actually being protected. You thought you were stuck, but you were being hidden for divine timing. Listen, when God hides you, it feels like rejection. But in reality, it's redirection. He's saying, not here, not now, not yet. Because the moment you step out before time, your destiny can be damaged by people who don't understand your calling. There are seasons when silence is your greatest weapon. There are moments when you must hold the promise in your heart like Mary did, quietly, faithfully, secretly, until it comes to pass. God said, don't let the public know this. Because if they knew, they'd try to stop it. The devil uses voices of doubt, envy, and fear to sabotage what's sacred. So God tells you, keep it between me and you. There's something powerful about hidden obedience. When you choose to trust God even without understanding the full picture, that's when heaven begins to move on your behalf. Some of you are wondering why your friends turned into strangers, why your phone stopped ringing, why opportunities disappeared. But what if I told you that's exactly what God wanted? Because He needed to clear the noise around you so you could hear His whisper again. He's saying, I'm not punishing you, I'm pruning you. Every person He removed wasn't a loss. It was a divine replacement in progress. Because when you're chosen, you can't carry everyone with you. You can't take old versions of yourself into new dimensions of destiny. Your silence right now is power. The world may think you're doing nothing, but spiritually you're moving mountains. Every time you pray quietly, every time you worship in private, every time you choose peace over revenge, you're building unseen strength. You're winning invisible wars. You're shaking the spirit realm in silence. There are things God reveals only in quiet rooms, not in public spaces. He will whisper your next move in stillness, not on social media, not through others' approval, but deep in your spirit where no one else can interfere. That's why your spirit feels detached lately, because God disconnected you from the noise of the world to connect you with His divine instruction. The world runs on attention, but heaven runs on obedience. That's why the chosen ones move differently. You may not post your every blessing online. You may not explain your every step, and that confuses people. They think you're lost, but in reality, you're aligned. They think you're silent, but in truth, you're being guided. God is saying right now, don't announce it yet. Let me complete it. You see, divine projects take divine patience. Some of the greatest miracles happen in silence, just like how a baby grows quietly in a mother's womb before entering the world. The growth is unseen, but real. And one day, the world will witness what was growing inside you all along. Chosen one, that's what's happening in your life. You're in the womb of transformation. You're in the process of divine birthing. God is forming new purpose, new identity, new strength within you, and He's saying, sure, don't let the world know yet. Because the moment you reveal what heaven hasn't authorized, you give access to spiritual thieves. There are forces that want to steal your peace, your joy, your ideas, your destiny, and that's why God covers you under divine silence. Not every blessing should be broadcasted. Not every revelation should be revealed. Remember Joseph? He shared his dream too soon, and his own brothers turned against him. Some people can't handle the vision God gave you because they don't have the maturity to see it manifest. That's why God says, don't tell them everything. Not yet. You are being hidden, not because you're unworthy, but because you're sacred. The anointing over you is too heavy to be exposed to just anyone. God is preserving your oil until it's time to pour it out before nations. So when people misunderstand you, when they say, you've changed, Smile. Because they're right. You have changed. You're not the same person you were last year, last month, or even last week. God has been molding you in silence. Every delay, every closed door, every lonely night has been part of your transformation. The caterpillar doesn't explain its cocoon stage to the world, it just goes silent. Because that's where the real change happens. And when the time is right, it breaks out with wings that no one saw coming. That's exactly what God is doing with you. He's saying, stay silent in your cocoon season. Don't let the public know what I'm doing behind the curtain. Because when you finally emerge, when you finally rise, no explanation will be needed. Your glow will speak. Your peace will preach. Your blessings will testify. Chosen one, your silence right now is sacred. You're walking with heaven's secrets. And heaven rewards those who can be trusted with divine confidentiality. So don't get frustrated if people don't understand your journey. It wasn't written for them. God said, don't let the public know this. Because what's coming next is too big to explain. The world won't understand it until they see it. And when they do, they'll know it was God all along. Chosen one, your silent season has not been wasted. Every lonely night, every unanswered prayer, every hidden tear, it all built something inside you that the world can't see yet. You've been growing in ways even you don't realize. God has been developing character in the dark, strength in the storm, and faith in the fire. And now heaven is whispering, the time is near. When God says, don't let the public know this, He's protecting you while He prepares you. But when He says, now reveal, no one can stop what He's about to do. Because the same people who ignored you will be the ones who witness your breakthrough. You see, when you walk with God, your life doesn't follow the world's rhythm. While others are chasing attention, you're chasing anointing. While they seek validation, you seek revelation. And that's why your growth feels invisible, because it's happening from the inside out. But soon, that inner transformation will overflow into visible manifestation. There's a divine pattern in heaven: first concealment, then revelation. First testing, then testimony. First wilderness, then promised land. That's the process of the chosen. And if you've been walking through silence, isolation, confusion, it means your public moment is getting closer. God has a way of making your enemies your audience. He doesn't always remove the people who doubted you. Sometimes, He keeps them around so they can see your elevation. He prepares a table before you, not behind closed doors, but in the presence of those who never believed in you. But listen, before that happens, there's something sacred God wants you to understand. The blessing must remain pure. That's why He told you not to expose your process. Because once He elevates you, the temptation to prove yourself to others will be strong. But remember, your success is not for validation, it's for glorification. You don't rise to show off, you rise to show God's glory. There will be people who'll say, "You've changed." And you'll smile and say, "Yes, I did. Because God changed me." You'll walk differently, talk differently, think differently. Because when heaven anoints you, you can never go back to being ordinary. The silence you endured is what shaped your spirit. You learned how to depend on God when no one else believed in you. You learned how to pray in pain, how to worship in warfare, how to trust when everything looked impossible. That's what made you unstoppable. And now God is saying, it's time for the reveal. But wait, it won't come like the world expects. God's promotion is quiet at first. You'll feel peace where there used to be pressure. You'll start seeing favor where doors once slammed shut. You'll walk into rooms that used to reject you, and they'll now welcome you with open arms. And when people ask how it happened, you'll simply smile and say, "It was God!" Because the truth is, no one saw the nights you stayed up praying. No one saw the tears you cried while pretending to be strong. No one saw the inner battles you fought just to keep faith alive. But heaven saw it all, and heaven never forgets. Your private obedience is about to bring public reward. Your quiet prayers are about to echo in the open. Your hidden warfare is about to manifest in visible victory. Remember this. God reveals the chosen only when their character can carry their calling. That's why He hid you for so long. He wasn't delaying your blessing, He was developing your soul. Because if you get the promise too soon, it can crush you. But if you get it at the right time, it will crown you. And now, that time is coming. You can feel it in your spirit. Doors that were once locked are starting to shift. Opportunities that once ignored you are starting to notice you. And the people who overlooked you are about to witness what obedience in silence looks like when heaven finally says, "Go!" But even when you rise, stay humble. Stay anchored in grace. Because the same God who lifted you can use you as a light for others still in their hidden season. Don't forget how it felt to be misunderstood. Don't forget the fire you walked through. Use your story to strengthen those who are still waiting for their turn. Because every chosen one goes through 3 stages: the calling, the crushing, and the crowning. You've been through the crushing, the pain, the isolation, the confusion, and now God is preparing your crowning moment. The world will think it happened overnight, but you'll know it was years in the making. You'll know it was divine timing. You'll know it was the result of obeying the whisper. Don't let the public know this. Because while others were busy showing off, you were busy growing up. While they were chasing applause, you were chasing God's approval. And that's why your blessing will last. Because it's built on obedience, not on attention. So get ready, chosen one. The silence is breaking. The season of hiddenness is ending. You're about to step into divine exposure. Not because you forced it, but because you trusted for it. And when you walk into that new chapter, remember, every delay was divine protection, every setback was secret preparation, and every tear was watering the soil of your destiny. God is saying right now, I'm about to make public what I've been building in private. And when it happens, you won't need to explain a thing. Your glow will tell the story. Your peace will speak louder than your pain. Your victory will shout louder than your silence ever could. Chosen one, you've waited long enough. You've cried enough. You've endured enough. And heaven has seen it all. The tears, the heartbreak, the silent prayers that no one knew about. Every bit of it reached the throne of God. You thought it was unnoticed. But oh, heaven kept the record. And now, it's time. It's time for the world to see what God saw in you when no one else did. It's time for the light that's been burning quietly within you to finally burst forth and illuminate everything around you. But remember this, when God reveals you, it's not just for fame or recognition. It's for impact. Your life becomes a testimony of what divine grace looks like in human form. Every scar becomes proof of survival. Every wound becomes a word of healing for someone else. You didn't go through all that pain for nothing. You didn't suffer in silence just to remain unseen. You went through it so that, when the appointed time arrived, your story would shine as living evidence that God still moves. That miracles still happen. That faith still works. God hid you not to break you, but to build you into a living message. You are the sermon now. You are the testimony. You are the sign that heaven still raises those who refuse to give up. And when the world sees you rise, when they see the peace you carry, the glow you radiate, the strength that came from pain, they'll ask, "How did you do it?" And your answer will be simple yet powerful. "I didn't. God did." That's what it means to be chosen. To be handpicked by the Creator Himself. To be taken through storms so you can lead others out of them. To be refined in secret so your light can shine pure in public. There was a reason God told you, don't let the public know this. Because the process was too sacred. The growth was too fragile. It had to be protected until it was strong enough to handle exposure. And now, it's strong. You are strong. The very things that tried to break you, they actually built you. The betrayal that wounded you made your spirit sharper. The rejection that crushed you taught you self-worth. The losses that emptied you made space for God's fullness. You were never losing, you were learning. You were being aligned with divine purpose. And now, that purpose is ready to speak. The spotlight of heaven is turning toward you, not to glorify you, but to glorify the one who carried you through. You'll notice people coming back into your life saying, "I always believed in you," but you'll know who really stood by you in silence. And you'll smile, not with bitterness, but with gratitude, because the silence taught you discernment. Your silence trained your spirit to hear God's voice clearly. And that's something no one can take away from you. You see, when you walk through hidden seasons, you don't just learn patience, you learn power. The kind of power that doesn't need to be loud. The kind of power that speaks through calm confidence, through quiet authority, through unshakable peace. You'll walk into rooms where people will feel your presence before you even speak. Because divine energy surrounds those who walk with God. And it's not pride, it's purpose. God is saying right now, I'm about to make you visible, but your humility will keep you elevated. You've been tested with silence, and you passed. You didn't reveal the promise too soon, and that's why heaven can trust you with more. You didn't fight back when they talked about you. You didn't expose what I was doing when others were mocking you. You stayed quiet, even when it hurt, and now your quiet strength will speak louder than any words ever could. Chosen one, your breakthrough won't come with noise, it will come with peace. You'll look around one day and realize, you're not fighting anymore. You're not chasing anymore. You're walking in what you once prayed for. And it will feel surreal, because it's not just about the blessing, it's about the journey that shaped you for it. You'll realize that every no from God was actually His protection. Every delay was divine direction. Every silence was sacred instruction. You'll see how everything, the pain, the pause, the process, was necessary. Because if God had given you the blessing before you were ready, you would have lost it. But now, you're mature enough to manage it, strong enough to sustain it, wise enough to guard it. So when the world starts noticing you, stay grounded. Keep your heart pure. Remember, the same voice that told you, "Don't let the public know this," will continue to guide you, saying, "Now show them how to walk with me." You're not being revealed for applause. You're being revealed for assignment. You're not rising for popularity. You're rising for purpose. Because your life will now become a beacon of hope for those still in their hidden season. Someone right now is where you once were, confused, lonely, forgotten, and they need to see your light to remember that God still keeps His promises. You are their reminder that waiting is not wasting. That silence is not the end, it's the setup. So when you speak now, speak with wisdom. When you walk, walk with grace. When you shine, shine with humility. Because your rise is not just for you, it's for everyone who needs proof that God still chooses ordinary people to do extraordinary things. You're not here by accident, you're here by assignment. Heaven didn't just protect you for survival, heaven preserved you for influence. You'll touch lives you've never met. You'll speak words that heal souls you'll never see. And every time someone's life changes because of your story, God will whisper again. That's why I told you to stay silent. Because now, look at what I can do when my timing is perfect. Chosen one, this is your moment of revelation. Your hidden pain is turning into visible purpose. Your private prayers are turning into public praise. Your secret struggle is turning into supernatural strength. And as your name begins to echo across spaces you never dreamed of, remember, it's not your doing, it's His grace. You were faithful in the quiet. Now God is being faithful in the open. So hear me, chosen one. This message is not an accident. You didn't stumble here by chance. God wanted you to hear this today, right now, in this very moment. Because He knows you've been fighting battles in silence. He knows you've been walking through darkness with nothing but faith in your heart. And He's saying to you, I see you, my child. I haven't forgotten you. I was with you when no one was. I was guiding you when you couldn't see the way. That pain you've been carrying, it's not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your transformation. Every tear was a seed of strength. Every delay was divine design. And now heaven is declaring, it's time. It's time for you to rise. It's time for you to walk in your calling. It's time for you to step out of hiding and let my light shine through you. But remember, Don't do it for attention, do it for purpose. Don't seek validation, seek my voice. Because when I reveal you, no man can hide you. When I bless you, no enemy can curse you. And when I lift you, no force on earth can pull you down. You were hidden for a reason. You were chosen for a season. And now, you are being revealed for a divine mission. So stand tall, chosen one. Wipe your tears, lift your head, and say it out loud. God, I trust your timing. Because the same God who told you to stay silent is now saying, speak. The same God who hid you is now saying, shine. The same God who tested you is now saying, testify. You're not behind, you're being launched. You're not forgotten, you're being favored. You're not broken, you're being built into something eternal. So walk in faith, walk in power, walk in purpose. Because your silent season is over, and your revealing season has begun. Sparkles, your story will inspire nations. Sparkles, your pain will unlock purpose. Sparkles, your voice will awaken souls. And when people ask how it all happened, you'll smile and say, it was never me, it was always God. Folded hands fire.